Okay, before we can solve, we got to know how to do possible rational roots. So we know that imaginary roots come in pairs. So there's three type of answers, really: rational, irrational, and imaginary. So the first thing we do is find out how many answers there are, and then we see if any of them are rational to see if we can break down the problem. Now, the only way it could be a possible rational root is if it's a factor of this number divided by a factor of that number. So if you remember back, second quarter, if we had x squared plus 4x plus 3, the only way an answer to this problem could be is if it's a factor of this, and this, of course, this is 1, so therefore you don't really have to worry about it. So the only ones you have to worry about would be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3. Now it can't be all four of those because there's only two answers, because the highest power is 2 for this problem. Now if the highest power is 2, we know how to solve, completing the square, quadratic formula, or factoring if possible. So let's have x cubed plus 4x squared plus 8. Now, right away, you should remember one of the rules, I forget which number it is, that since you're adding each time, there's no negatives, that you can't have a positive answer, so you could get rid of those. But it would be the factors of this number divided by the factors of this one. This is 1, so you don't have to worry about it. So the possible rational roots would be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 8. Then we would actually try to solve those. So this one, 3x to the 6 plus 5x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus 5x plus 6. So to find the possible rational roots, so you can actually start solving these problems, would be the factors of the constant, so plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 6, divided by the factors of the highest power term's coefficient, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3. So plus or minus 1 is 1, plus minus a half, plus or minus a third, then 2 divided by 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1, we already have that. 2/3. 3 divided by 1 is 3. 3/2. 3 by 3 is 1. We already have that. 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. We have that. 6 divided by 3 is 2. We have that. So I've narrowed infinity to 16 choices. Now, what I would do is take 1 and just try it. Because putting 1 in for x is just 1, because 1 to any power is 1. So you go 3 plus 5 is 8, minus 2 is 6, plus 5 is 11, plus 6 is 17. So I know positive 1 doesn't work, because it's got to cause this to be true. So let's say we have this, 7x to the 10th, plus 4x to the 4th, minus 3x cubed, minus 10. So the possible rational roots, the ones we should try, is factors of 10, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 5, plus or minus 10, divided by the factors of the highest powered term's coefficient. Oops. I don't know why I put 2. Sorry about that. So plus or minus 1, plus or minus a seventh, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 2 sevenths, plus or minus 5, plus or minus 5 sevenths, plus or minus 10, plus or minus 10 sevenths, and then you would actually just start trying those problems. So again, try 1. 7 plus 4 is 11, minus 13, nope, 1 doesn't work, so I can cross it out. Then if you got a good brain for numbers, try -1. See if it works. Okay, so find the possible rational roots for this problem. 4x to the 11th, 7x to the 7th, plus 6x to the 6th, plus 3x cubed, minus 2x squared, plus 18. So 18 is plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 6, plus or minus 9, plus or minus 18. 4 is plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 4. So 1, then 1 divided by 2, 1 divided by 4, 2 divided by 1, 2 divided by 2 is 1, we already got that, 2 divided by 4 is a half, we got that, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 3 halves, plus or minus 3 fourths, plus or minus 6, that's 3, we already have that, 6 divided by 4 is 3 halves, we have that, plus or minus 9, plus or minus 9 halves, and then 9 fourths. 18, holy cheese in a bucket. Oh, I'm sorry, I had that too low. But I was saying it, so hopefully I'll pause a minute, see what you got. Okay, so 18, now 18 divided by 2 is 9, we have that. 18 is 9 halves, we have that. So, woohoo! Have a good day.